There is a forest in Japan where sound seems to disappear, where the ground is made of ancient lava, compasses lose reliability, and even experienced hikers can walk in circles for hours. This is the Aokigahara Forest, a place surrounded by fear, rumors, and misunderstanding. In the next 10 minutes, we are going to strip away the myths and uncover what this forest really is. Aokigahara Forest lies at the northwestern base of Mount Fuji, covering nearly 35 square kilometers. It is often reduced to a single label online, but that label hides a far more complex reality. Today we'll explore its geography, history, psychology, and the quiet human efforts happening inside the forest right now. Aokigahara feels different almost immediately after entering. It's not imagination, it's physics and biology. The forest grew on solidified lava from Mount Fuji's eruption over 1,200 years ago. Because lava cools unevenly, the ground beneath the forest is full of caves, cracks, and hollow pockets. Soil is thin, tree roots spread horizontally instead of downward, twisting across the surface like veins. These roots make movement difficult and disorienting. The trees themselves grow unusually close together. This density absorbs sound, blocks wind, and limits visibility. Even on a sunny day, the forest interior remains dim. There are fewer animals and birds than expected, not because the forest is dead, but because the terrain is harsh. The result is a place that feels silent, enclosed, and directionless. A perfect environment for psychological unease. One of the most repeated claims about Aokigahara is that compasses don't work. The reality is more grounded. The lava beneath the forest contains magnetic minerals, especially iron. These minerals can cause minor compass deviation, especially in cheap or poorly calibrated devices. This doesn't make compasses useless, but when combined with limited sightlines, repeated visual patterns, lack of landmarks, it becomes very easy to lose orientation. Search and rescue teams report that many lost hikers were physically close to trails, but mentally disoriented. In other words, Aokigahara doesn't trap people, it confuses them. Aokigahara's global reputation did not appear overnight. For decades, Japanese media avoided discussing incidents in the forest to prevent copycat behavior. But international coverage often focused on shock value, repeating the same label again and again. This created a feedback loop. The forest became associated with tragedy. That association attracted curiosity, and curiosity always turns into myth. Over time, the place stopped being seen as a forest and started being seen as a symbol. Psychologists call this cognitive priming. When people enter a place expecting fear, their brain actively searches for confirmation. Silence feels heavier, shadows feel darker, normal forest sounds feel threatening. The environment didn't change, the interpretation did. What's rarely shown is that Aokigahara is also in protected natural area, a popular hiking destination, home to a rare moss species, and also an eminent site of scientific study. During spring and autumn, guided nature walks take place daily. Families hike marked trails. Photographers visit for its unique light and texture. Two realities coexist here, one shaped by fear and media, one shaped by nature and conservation. Neither cancels the other out. Aokigahara is not a place of one story. It's a place of many overlapping truths. Now here's the part almost no viral video mentions. Inside Aokigahara there are signs. They don't threaten, they don't warn. They simply ask people to pause. Messages like, "You are not alone. Your life has value. please consider reaching out. Local governments, mental health organizations, and volunteers work quietly without cameras to reduce harm. Some volunteers walk trails daily, not as guards but as listeners. They are trained to talk, not confront. There are no myths here, no superstition, just human intervention based on psychology and compassion. This is not about hiding the past, it's about preventing the future. Aokigahara Forest reflects something uncomfortable, not mystery, not evil, but how environments interact with the human mind. Silence amplifies thoughts, isolation magnifies emotions, expectation shapes experience. The forest doesn't create despair, but it can expose what already exists, and that makes it powerful. Not as a horror story, but as a reminder of how fragile perception can be. Aokigahara is not a legend. It's not a myth. It's not even a warning. It's just a place where nature, psychology, and history intersect quietly. Today, Aokigahara is a place of prevention. Along the trails there are signs. Not warnings, but messages. Volunteers regularly walk the forest, as nature walks, to help people and to explore or be with nature. The forest didn't choose its reputation, but humans are actively trying to change its future. This place isn't about death, it's about how silence can either consume or heal. Aokigahara is not just a haunted place. It's a landscape shaped by nature, history, folklore, and human pain, all at once. Understanding it means respecting both its beauty and its gravity. What do you think about Aokigahara Forest? Is it misunderstood or exactly as feared? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're fascinated by hidden places, forbidden history, and dark mysteries, watch the next video on this channel.